Hey guys, welcome back for another Ableton Live remake breakdown. This is Aldy, and I'm truly sorry because I haven't uploaded for 2 weeks. As I promised, I'll be uploading the Ableton Live remake breakdown for Alien. So yeah, today I'm going to show you the breakdown of my last remake, Alien by Sabrina Carpenter and Jonas Blue. But before we started, I'm going to show you an exciting news. I just got a shout out from Laidback Luke from my comments on his video on the last episode. Check this out.
I'm gonna show you all about it, but first a super quick shout out to the number 1 and 2 comments of last week. Tom Parker on the number 1 and Aldy Waani on the number 2. I always really enjoy reading all your comments. Thank you for keeping it so positive. So happy you're tuned in. If you have a comment right now, make sure to leave it down below. But I do have a question for you.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I get a shout out from Laidback Luke. Yeah, just a comment, positive comments about hearing a demo that's being sent to his label Mixmass. So without further ado, let's begin.
Here we go.
Now you see that the projects only contain 38 tracks. And this is like a basic chill house, because we have a lot of house music elements in here. We have the plugs, organs, and we have the shouts over here, and also we have the bass playing like in the house music, like a chill house music. So yeah, we going to start from the top one. As always, I have the original and I'm muted. We can do A-B comparison later in the video. And the next one, I have my sidechain trigger that I always use. This is being muted. It sounds like this. Okay. And I have the kicks. I'm going to show you later, but the first one, we have the keys group, which is most of all is the organs and a couple of pianos, and I have one plug. So yeah, this is the sound of the keys. Yeah, it keeps repeating, playing the same keys over and over again. So all these instruments are basically made with silence. Okay, so yeah, this is I made myself. And oh yeah, by the way, I'm using the VST version of Silence in this project. If you are an AU user on the Mac, I provide the preset also on the download links, on the product links download. So you can apply to your AU preset, or instead if you wanted to change as the VST, you can use it. Okay, so not to worry about the VST or AU stuff. Okay, and the next one, I still have silence, but this one is playing the main low notes only. Yeah. To replace the sub. And for this part, only have the snap playing. Pretty basic. Move on to the second verse, not the second verse. Still on the first one. We have a lot of stuff going on here. The first one is the kicks. I have 3 tracks of kicks. This is the first one only playing for the verse, and I have another one for filling the first kick, and I have the kick for the drop. Okay, so you will hear something like this. Yeah, this is a kick, but I cut around 36 Hz to make space for the sub, because the sub is very low and the kick is also very low, so we do not want any rumbles sound or too much low frequencies in the mix. And the keys are still playing same keys. We have the sub. The sub is, like always, I use my own preset. This is basically just a sine, and you turn down -2 octave, and don't need to use the other stuff, just a basic oscillator. Okay, and I have hats playing. I still have the snap and the claps. The claps were taken from Kashmir loop, but I edited using another sample of claps, which is from Kashmir as well. Okay, and next one I have step, but only playing at the drop. I have the effects and the horns. Yeah. These horns are sampled, same like used in the stab. The second one is Ableton Live stock instruments. And I have the sub drop playing at the build or the hook. And I have the shouts. Typical house music style. Yeah. I just put one processing in here, only the auto filter, just cut down the high. I don't have anything else in the processing for all this. Just the clap. I compress the claps and I cut the lows and also the high, so it will leave like an in mid-range area. Okay, this is the hats. This is hi-hat samples from MPC. And the next part is the hook. We have the piano playing. Yeah. The first piano is the built-in Ableton Live built-in instrument. The second one is from Air Mini Grand, which I already freezed, so you still can open this project even if you don't have the plugin. But you can simply change it with the Ableton Live piano's instrument, or you can use the Nexus. Almost the same. And I have another organ. This is from Nexus, and the preset is pop case inside piano. And the pluck. The pluck is more obvious sound in this part. for the plug, I use the Ember Pikes number 2 from the top, the second one. Yeah, not much processing in here, just an EQ8. Cut down the lows on the drop, and I compressed with no sidechain. Okay, moving on to the drop. And the drop, we still have same instruments playing, but I changed the kick. This one, the kick is a little bit softer. This is my sample for house music. Yeah, and I layer it with a snare and 808 snare. Okay, the keys stay playing same. Organs playing, piano's playing, and the plug is also playing. We have pads in here. The pad is playing from Nexus, single layer pad, ambient pad number 3. And I have Ableton Live stock instruments, an analog sweep pad. Yeah, and also the sub. The sub is playing same key with the pads and organ. Okay. I only use a compressor for triggering the sidechain, and no automation except for the volume. Yeah, except for the volume. So the sidechain being triggered from the kicks group, which is here. And moving on to the next, I have another sub playing the bass lead. Yeah, I created myself the keys, the notes, and also the preset, the sound. Yeah. This is also the same. Basically just a sine. I only use one oscillator, and oscillator A, but I set the decay and the release a little bit high, as you can see here, and I add the filter for this one. Okay, and also a distortion. Distortion is active. This is a typical house music bass, I think. Yeah. I have the hats playing. Same hats, no crash. The snap is also still playing. And I have the claps, and this is the step. Steps is from Cashmere. And I have the effects, the basic sweep down, or maybe you can use the X-House samples from Kashmir as well. That's pretty much for the drop. And the second one is the second verse. So the second verse is almost the same, yeah. It's repeating the first verse. I don't have any submix for this project because I think the sounds is already quite similar, in my opinion, with the original. So I only use one reverb using the Valhalla Room. I will send everything in my track directly to the master. And I have a bunch of processing for the master. First of all, like I always use, is the Brainworks Digital version 2. I add the OTT. This is free. You can download it free from the website. And I have the API 560. Just to bring in the high end of the tone. And I compress it with SSL comp from Waves plugin. This is a G Master Bass compressor, which is quite famous. And I have the aldywaani.music EQ to boost certain frequencies as well. And I have the compressor. This compressor using sidechain trigger from the sidechain track over here, the top one. Because we only want the master to be ducked or to be sidechain just to get the vocals stand out. Okay, the next one I have the Brainworks Dynamic EQ. We can eliminate the rumbles or maybe the low noise that been triggered by the sub and everything else. You can use this one. And the last one, I have the L2 as a limiter. I really enjoy using this one. It's pretty much simple. And I have the auto filter automated for the last part. Just like the original. I don't have anything else to explain. You can see everything in here. And the snap, I boost high frequencies. It's really high. Yeah, and the volume also very low, as you can see here, -35, but you still can hear in the mix. Yeah, because I set the limiter is quite high. Maybe we can hear the A-B comparison. I'm going to play back and forth with the original and my remake. What do you think? It maybe sounds a little bit different. Maybe they used an outboard gear as well. Yeah, most of the pop EDM are now being mixed and engineered in the analog domain. So yeah, I'll be happy to share this project with you in my store. I'll provide the download links. You can check it out and download the project. I still have a lot of stuff to share with you, but I haven't finished it yet. Make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Thanks again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.